Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the top 10 best non-gambling centers in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. I'm going to be completely honest with y'all, this list is hilariously bad. Outside of the top few, there are some really good non-gambling centers, but there's only a couple. The bottom 5 cards on this list are like almost laughable at this point in the year. I'm being completely honest with y'all. It's kind of funny to me how bad this list really is towards the bottom half, and it's just 2K has just not given us any good options this year. I feel like in terms of legitimately worth using elite level options at the center position, they just haven't given us many when it comes to non-gambling cards that have a lot of size and have the ability to really compete with the top tier gambling options. There are a couple, but y'all will see what I mean. It's pretty funny, the bottom half of this list. So before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 30,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it and let's discuss it. So first things first, number 10 is going to be Boban Marjanovic. Opal Boban is the 10th best non-gambling center in the game. That's kind of embarrassing because when you look at this card on paper, he is not good. Now, what he does have going for him is the fact that he is 7'4", but he's slow. He's not an elite shooter. He's just not a great card. He's missing a lot of badges. At this point in the year, when you compare him to top tier cards, he's missing a lot. But he's big. His release is smooth enough. He's not horribly, unbelievably slow. He is usable enough because of his size, and I think that is the main thing that puts him in the top 10 on this list, although still not, in my opinion, a card that I'd really recommend using at this point. Number 9 at least gives you a lot of athletic ability in Tyson Chandler. He's fast, great dunker, really versatile athletically. The problem with Tyson Chandler is more so the fact that he's only 7 foot. He's just a bit small. That's going to be his biggest issue because he's fast, he's a good shooter, has a decent release. Yes, he's missing some shooting and playmaking badges, but he's an elite level defender. I like this Tyson Chandler card. I just don't like him matched up against 7'6" centers. That's the honest truth. I think this card's going to be pretty good though, and I think he's a very solid at least option. Not an unbelievable card, but definitely a good enough option for sure, to where he deserves a spot on this list. Number 8 is going to be I'm reading my notes right now. I think I have Mo Bamba at number 8. The honest truth about this Mo Bamba is same thing as Tyson. He's just a little small for the biggest bigs in the game, but this card is basically dark matter Bol, pretty much. He's 7 foot, 7'10" wingspan, so super long arms helps him. Nice lanky player build. He's a good enough shooter. He's good dunker, versatile, solid defender, missing some playmaking, missing some overall badges at this point in the year when you compare him to the best cards in the game. But he's got a nice enough release as well. Sigs are okay with Trey Escape and Hardmine in the back. Like, he's a pretty good card. He's just undersized again at 7 foot with a 7'10" wingspan. I mean, the wingspan helps a lot for sure in terms of his player build and things of that nature, but I just think realistically it's probably still fair to put him down at the number 8 spot. Number 7, we get back to a little more size, Roy Hibbert. Now, Roy Hibbert is a bit limited in terms of his offensive capabilities. Jumper's not amazing, but he'll hit wide open. He's got good speed. He's got high enough 3-ball rating. He's a versatile, good defender, at least size-wise and defensively, as well as athletically for the most part. He can compete against the real giants to a certain extent, but the release is still bad. He does not have enough high enough ball handler rating to timing burst either, which is also kind of a big deal. So I don't hate the card, but I certainly don't think he's the best of the best. Love the card either by any means. I think he's a decent option, but I think putting him at number 7 is probably totally fair at this point. Number 6, Artis Gilmore. Artis Gilmore is the best of all the Opal bigs. He's still usable enough because he's got a good release, and I think that does help the card. Now, is he elite? No, not at this point, but he's got good enough speed, and I think he's a pretty solid card. You know what I mean? He's good. He's definitely good. He's got versatile, solid defensive ability, and I think as an overall card, solid enough speed, a very large player built at 7'2", but looks bigger than that. And the release is very smooth as well. Yes, the 3-ball rating is low, but with a shooting badge and a shoe added and stuff like that, he's still really good. I actually do think he's one of the best Opal bigs he's the best Opal big in the game for sure. That I will say, and I still think he's a solid enough card, but it's kind of funny how bad, as y'all can see, the lower half of this list is. Now, number 5, we do start to take a step up, get into Domantas Sabonis, a viable dark matter, who's pretty good. I mean, Domas is still, again, if you match up against 100 overall Yao or GOAT cards or 7'6" dudes, like, it's going to be tough, but 7'1", super solid stats and badges, versatile card. I mean, he's not missing a ton of important stuff. Now, he's got some gold badges to be nice to have on Hoff, but as a whole, he's a really solid card, and he's a good enough shooter. He's got decent enough size at 7'1". Release isn't bad. Sigs are pretty good. Like, he's a solid card for sure, no doubt about it. I think Domantas Sabonis gives you enough at the center spot to be decent. Rudy Gobert is just a little bit bigger player build wise, has a very smooth release in his own right. I feel like Rudy's probably solid enough as well. Again, 7'1" with a 7'8" wingspan. At least he's got the long wingspan to go with the height, hotspots from everywhere. Yes, the shooting badges are a little limited, as is the shooting rating, obviously, but with a 3-point shoe and a coach, you're getting that up into the high 80s. And then I mean, shooting badges can be very, very solid as well. Defensively, he's elite. He's got enough size with the wingspan to compete for the most part, and I do think Sigs are good on him as well with a nice release. Like, not bad as far as dark matter viable bigs go, but definitely, again, like, I would like these cards to be lower on this list, but unfortunately, there's just not that many good options. Number 3 is where we take a significant step up. The top 3 is definitely the 3 best cards in this list. Dikembe Mutombo, again, is probably better at power forward at this point in the year, still at 7'2" with a 7'6" wingspan, but he can play center. He's an awesome defender. He's fast, has an elite level jump shot, and is a free card who's just a very, very good option who I think a lot of people have used and still continue to use to this day in different spots in their lineup, likely for a lot of people on their teams because at the center position, I mean, he can definitely hold it down better than most of these non-gambling bigs are going to be able to still, with a good player build, with an elite jumper, all that type of stuff. But the number 2 cards in this list, this is obvious. There's a no-brainer to this. I don't think there's any debate. Number 2 is Manute Bol. I don't know why he's not 7'7" this year. He's only 7'6". It's a bit interesting because he was 7'7" in real life, but he's got an 8'5" wingspan, so he's still unbelievably big. Now, yes, he's missing badges to a certain extent. Agent 3, Blinders, Deadeye, a couple of the shooting badges, Handles for Days, Speed Booster, Challenger, Clance, Fast Feet, Pick Dodger. Like, there's a certain amount of badges that he is missing, and you can add 8 of those badges to him. What he gives you is, yes, he's small, I mean, yes, he's slow, but he's a good shooter who's 7'6" with an 8'5" wingspan. He is also an elite defender, pretty complete badge-wise, all things considered, and then a good dunker as well. He counters Yao, Taco, other Zach Edey, whoever else, Wembanyama, of these giant centers, better than anybody else. The 79 speed is, yes, not great, but with a shoe and a coach, you're getting that into the mid to high 80s. That's good enough, especially at a 7'6" player, to get the job done and to give you what you really need. And I think, again, overall, really, really good card. Sometimes I think a little bit slept on at the center position just because there are so many gambling centers. But when it comes to non-gambling centers, Manute Bol is great, and he's a card you're going to see in a ton of lineups. And then the final number 1 center in the game, I don't know if everybody would agree with putting him over Manute, but to me, Sean Bradley's release is better than Manute's, and I feel like he also is more versatile as a shot creator. With the shoe and a coach, he's got Jamal Murray behind the back. So 7'6" with that behind the back. Yes, the wingspan isn't the same. Yes, even the 3-ball rating is a little bit lower. But I think he's better animation-wise than Manute. I like his release as much, if not more. And I think the behind the back is huge. The fact he's got Jamal Murray behind the back is super glitchy. Perfect Sigs on him as well. So coach and a shoe to boost up that ball handle rating are going to get him to be able to speed burst. Yes, again, like Manute, he is missing some stuff, but he does have clamps defensively, which Manute didn't have at all. Shooting badges and playmaking badges could use some work, 100%. But if you add bailout, speed booster, handles for days, and then 5 shooting badges, you are chilling with this card, 100% in terms of his badges. And I think he's an awesome card, especially when he can reach his full potential with coach and shoe boosts, as well as stats and badges and stuff. And yes, both he and Manute might give you a little bit to be desired, leave you a little bit to be desired in terms of their speed and stuff occasionally. But what they will give you is that size to counter all of these top tier non-gambling options in my team. And I think is definitely they're both very crucial cards for the non-gambling lineups out there, because I think they're both exceptionally elite options at the center spot for what they give you. So with that being said, that is going to do it for this video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.